Hello again from my front porch. Earlier this week, I was in Austin, Texas. I was down there for some official work stuff, some meetings, but I was really excited because recently I was approved for that TSA pre-approved, pre-check thing. So you get to go through the line faster, at the airport. You get it's kind of like being getting the VIP express package thing when you go to an amusement park. You get to go the shorter line and get up there quicker. And so I was all excited about it because, you don't have to take everything out of your bag. You don't take your laptops out. You don't take your shoes off. You don't have to do, all that rigmarole, and you just right through quicker. And so I was all excited about that. Now, at the same time, though, that I'd applied for the TSA pre-approved thing, I had also applied to get the star on my driver's license. If you're not aware of it, by October of next year, 2020, you have to have this little gold star on your driver's license in order to be able to use it as a valid form of identification when flying between states. It basically be kind of like a domestic passport feature, I guess. I don't know. But, because even though you have a state ID issued by the state, it doesn't necessarily mean that the federal government who runs TSA will approve of that. And that goes to the heart of my story here today, because you see, I was all excited to be going there and sharing getting this experience, this opportunity, but then I showed up and they wouldn't accept my ID. Because, you see, in the state of Iowa is one of the very few states, I hear Texas does it as well, I'm not aware of others, but Iowa is a state that for whatever reason they changed things a while back so that when you go in and you say, I need to get a new license, either I'm renewing it, I've lost, well, if you've lost it, that's never matter, but whatever the case may be, but you're getting a new license, I'm renewing it, I'm getting the star, I lost it, whatever it is. They take all your information, they take your photograph, and then they issue you a temporary license, a paper-based license. And it looks like this. This is my temporary license. I don't want to flash up there and say, here's my driver's license number. But but this is what it's a piece of paper. See, it folds out like this. See, and so then you fold this up, and then there's the back of it and the front of it, and so there it is. But it's literally paper. And for driving in Iowa, this is perfectly valid and perfectly okay to be able to use this in Iowa. However, TSA apparently no longer accepts this as a valid form of identification to get on a plane, which I didn't know until I tried to get on the plane. Now, when I renewed it, when I switched my license, or when I applied for the new one with the star on and everything, they told me they'd give me this one, and then in a couple of weeks I'd get my real one in the mail, but I could use the paper one in the meantime. Nobody mentioned anything about, oh, by the way, TSA doesn't like this anymore. Or I would have said, can I keep my old one? That was never given me as an option. So anyway, I went in blind. I'm all excited. I'm going to get to use my TSA pre-check thing, and then as it turns out, I don't get to use it at all because, oh, guess what? It's not going to work for me. And so I wound up having to go through extra layers of security and a whole strip down search. Well, not exactly strip down, but I got the pat down search, both when I was leaving Des Moines and when I was flying back from Austin, Texas. And in both cases, I wound up going through all this extra rigmarole, all because I have the paper license. So that was a nuisance. Not only did I not get to use my TSA pre-approved, but I also I also had to go through all this extra where somebody had to escort me through the security line. They took everything out of my carry-on. They had to swab everything, and I got the whole pat down and the swabbing of stuff, and they check see if there's any residue or explosives or I don't know what all. I was this high risk all because of this. So I was very pleased that today in the mail came this guy. The actual real one. Yay, he's actually here. Ta-da. So now, next time I fly, which will be coming up this next Monday, I'll be able to show this guy, and see, he's got the star. See, there's the star. I'll be able to show this guy, and I'll be able to use my TSA pre-approved thing, and I'll finally be able to use my express stuff. And I'm going to break the hearts of those TSA people who got really friendly with me, but I'm okay with that. So anyway, I'm thrilled about that. But my advice to you, if you're in Iowa or Texas apparently, is to ask, well, not even ask. Don't even, when you go in to get your new license, just leave your old one in the car. Don't even take it in with you. And if they ask, just say, well, you misplaced it or something. If they require you to bring it in with you, make sure you ask if you can keep it. Tell them you're going to be traveling in the near future so that you can retain your real one for traveling purposes. See, that option wasn't given to me, but other people that I've talked to here in Iowa have said that their experience with the DOT folks are all across the map. That some demand that you give them the license. Mine didn't demand. She was very nice. She took it and was doing all the stuff with it, but then she just never gave it back. And I wasn't aware that it was an option to ask to get it back, so I didn't ask if I could get it back. But others have said that they've demanded. They've said, no, you have to leave that with us. And then other people have said they are given the option. Would you like your ID back? Will you have a need for this one until you get the... And yet others, even it just was given to them where they've said, here, you're probably going to want to hold on to this until the new one comes. Yeah, and so different experiences with different DOT people at different parts of the state, some even within the same office in Des Moines. But still, the point being that all of these people are going through the same process, but they're having this radically different experience. So don't be afraid to speak up. I would encourage you, maybe don't even take your old one in with you when you go in to get the new one. But if they insist that you bring it in, then bring it in, show it to them, there it is, and then ask if you can keep it if you feel like you're going to need it coming back out. But so I'm very pleased. There's the new license, and I'm going to be able to take advantage of my TSA pre-approved finally for my next flights on my next flights from this point on. So yay, very excited about that. But I think I am going to do a little letter writing and do a little grassroots campaigning, if you will, and try to see about getting some standardization to those Iowa DOT processes. Because I mean, honestly, it doesn't even make sense that you can't keep that, or at the very least, the DOT person should have to tell you, by the way, TSA does not accept the paper one. So if you have any plans to be traveling within the next 2 or 3 weeks, you might want to keep the old one. That at least should be an instruction that is given so that the consumer is aware of that and is able to make that choice. So I'll see if you're interested in jumping in on that with me. Let me know. I'd love to be able to include some other people into that as well. But I think that's something that I will actively push for, because I think it's something that needs done, an action that should be taken. So anyway, that's it. That's my story. I lived to tell. I survived the more rigorous TSA and the more personal TSA. And now I don't have to do that again. So anyway, I'm going to get going. I'm heading off to the Des Moines Menace tonight. Going to be singing national anthems for Canada and the United States for the soccer game with them, and looking forward to that very much. Always an honor to get to sing our U.S. national anthem, and it's always fun to sing the Canadian national anthem too. With that, I'll let you all go, and I'll see you next time right here from my front porch.